TGIF Warriors, it's Coach here at TradeGATEHub.com. How are you? I just wanted to do this today to give you a review of what I talked about last week with all the major news, 3 central banks, inflation news, etc. So I'm just going to give a rundown of where I left you on Wednesday and what is manifested. So early in the week and on Wednesday, last week I was short euro, caught part of this move down here. And I was saying, wait, either the Fed or the ECB should provide a selling opportunity. My range was 111.50 on the low end of the range for a sale, and that manifested, was good for about 200 pips so far. You'll notice that we don't have a lot of follow through, but the follow through isn't very strong either. Euro on a weekly basis looks vulnerable to me after 2 down weeks in a row. So you'll notice a theme this week. This week's lows are very significant for a continuation move to the downside in multiple currencies. During the week, when I was saying I thought the dollar would come off and I was looking for higher levels, like to short cable around 129.80 to 130 down here. I played this bounce. I got out at the Fed, so I left 100 pips on the table. But the sell zone as well manifested with the high being 29.95. Big break, profitable trade happened after the ECB, and cable has had a little better rebound than the rest. I also said you could short the Aussie on Wednesday and be wrong over 68.5. No recovery in Aussie. It's the weak sister. Longer term, I'm looking for 62.5. The crazy game this week has been in yen. I was not up for the BOJ, but this was a candle you had. You had a 300 pip range, which you also had earlier in the day, but I believe this was the BOJ candle. And just again, the theme of important lows. Okay, 138, shade under it was the breakout. Even beginning to get the look of some type of head and shoulders top. Breakdown under 38 is going to give you the low 30s. So watching that, especially since most people don't think we could have a dollar rally and US dollar yen strengthen at the same time. So that is to be learned. I felt that gold was not going to be on its way. It failed, put in a lower high. Again, the theme, the lows of gold this week are significant. Okay, right here, 1940. I'm in the camp that I think we're going to take that out. Then we'd measure 1900, and then a lot of numbers underneath it. Silver really got whacked. The silver squeezed people, and I've been advising people to sell silver at 25. So there are a couple opportunities to do it. I have lower numbers coming. So pretty much in the zone all week. I promise you I'll do a lot of work over the weekend so we could talk about upside targets in the dollar, which was something else I talked about, it negating what people were calling a major breakdown. I thought that we would test it first and then pull back for one more low, but once we closed above it, that was your signal that it was a false breakdown. Still looks like a false breakdown to me with some follow through. Yesterday's candle was pretty powerful. I don't think we should take out yesterday's lows. To me, it looks like 102 will seal it for a bigger reaction, closing back over 102, which is my bias. So it's my hope that my technical work has given you an edge this week, and have a great weekend. I'm going to do a lot of work over the weekend so that should this turn out to be an important or significant low, what potential targets are in the dollar and euro in cable, in gold. And the only thing that's still levitating, but I still think is pretty long in the tooth, is yesterday we had a key reversal in S&Ps. And since the yen, and I really think it's going to take a lower yen, taking out 138 will be a signal that there'll be increased volatility. But for the week, S&P made new highs. I think it's still higher on the week. Check it out with today's action. Yeah. So not a reversal week, just a reversal day. So can they eke out another high? Maybe. But look at NASDAQ. I know it's stronger than the S&Ps now, but so far we have 2 lower highs. So we'll see if it has one more blow off to the upside. Again, this week's lows, the theme that I've been talking about all through this video, back under this level here, 45.30, will open the door. Down here, and I do think we're going there, even if it tries to push up one more time. There's all kinds of divergences, not on the daily, but on the 4-hour. And I think after yesterday, if it tries to squeeze a new high, there's no way we'll see the RSI above 70. But again, this week's low, key pivot in the S&P, call it 45.30. So have a great weekend. I'll see you in the room, TradeGATEHub.com. If you're interested in trading and you do have an account, check out TradeView. You set up an account with TradeView, I could work with you. So have a great weekend, everybody. And don't just count your pips, count your blessings. Adios.